Alright, hey there YouTube. I'm gonna do a video, kind of an update on the Comanche, where we're at with it, and then we'll kind of talk about some of the other projects that we'll be throwing in the mix. So let's start here at the Comanche. So you notice I got a new track bar mount down here on the ground. Got it from Iron Rock Off-Road. What you can kind of see that it kicks the track bar mount forward. It's supposed to be like forward like 2 inches or something. I think that'll be enough because the track bar wasn't lining up, so I had to find this and order it. And I think, at least from my point of view, it's gonna work. Should kick it out enough to line up with that track bar down there. Also, like the dummy that I am, when I modified that thing, I should have checked to make sure that the body and the axle were, like, centered, but I got carried away and ended up shaving off like 1 inch or so off of that track bar and messed it up, so now it's too short. So I don't have enough throw, to push the body that way, because it's got to go this way to this side. And the reason why I had to get that was because this axle is kind of stretched forward a little bit to kind of help align the springs and everything. So I'll have to modify that a little bit, because I'll probably have to elongate the holes, because this thing has frame stiffeners, so I'll have to probably elongate those about 1/4 of an inch or something to get it to fit, and then get it up in there. I got another track bar on the way. It should be here next week. So we'll get that put in, get the track bar mount put in, track bar, and hopefully that'll all be done. And then I got to throw on the sway bar mounts that I got. They angle down a little bit and towards the front of the Jeep, so that I can get these sway bar links and everything away from the springs. Let's see, and then of course tighten everything, make sure everything's tight. Still gotta grind off the old track bar mount, which we'll do that. We'll try and do that all at the same time. I'm just kind of taking a break from it. Been kind of sick lately. Tried to film this video like several times, and my camera keeps screwing up like corrupting the film, so I'm gonna like do a couple of short clips, and we'll put them together as we talk about this and talk about the other projects that I got or I'm thinking about. But other than that, bleeding brakes still after that fix that I did up at the master cylinder up there. So we can hopefully be able to stop this thing. I'm hoping that that'll work, what I did. Yeah, hopefully the brakes will bleed and pump pressure, and I won't have any more issues out of it. So here's the Comanche. This is where it sits right now. We'll get back on it next week, and then hopefully finish it up sometime next week, and then be hopefully driving it. I think the registration's still good. I'll have to check that. Then I'll have to take it in for an alignment after I can make sure that it stops. When we do these brackets too, I'll flip those links around to where they're, you know, at the right angle, not all jacked up like they are. And then I'll get the front drive line in it. After I got to change the front bearing to a, it's like a combination bearing for the, it's like got the Jeep stock ends, and then it has this Dana 44 ends, like the width and diameter of the U-joints. And then we'll get everything greased up. Thinking about buying one of those electric grease guns. That would be nice, because then I can just hold the button, and then with one hand and hold the little greaser fitting on it. So I might do that. But here's the Comanche, and this is where she's at right now. We'll get her done. So let's cut out, and we'll bring you right back when we start talking about these other projects. Alright, we're back. Here's one of the projects. This is going to be an ongoing project. I don't expect to get it done anytime soon, because I still got to acquire a lot of the parts, and stuff costs money, so I need to save up and start collecting. So first thing, this is a 1963 Chevy Corvair. It was Chevy's answer to little imports like the Volkswagen and Porsche. So it was like the first and only American car that had a true rear engine, air-cooled engine, 6-cylinder. There's one of the blocks right there. I'm not going to use that. So my idea is I'm going to upgrade the suspension. There's two styles of suspension that came in these, and two body styles, from 60 to 64. They pretty much all look like this, with some 60 being, you know, having a different front end look, and then 60 and 61 having a different master cylinder setup, but you know, some minor differences. And then the later models look more like a Camaro, and I think that's where the Camaro kind of started taking its shape from, is after they made the Corvair late model, they started working on building the Camaro and, you know, some of those other muscle cars. And the suspension in the late models was more like some of the Corvettes. Had a torque arm that came from the body back, and had like these had a connecting rod of sorts that helped stabilize the wheel from, you know, like flopping in and out like this. And then the torque arm kept everything from doing this. So I'm going to update it to that, and that's going to upgrade me from 4-lug to 5-lug, which will increase my options of wheels. I'll be able to use wider variety of Chevy bolt pattern wheels, 5-lug, which I have some wheels picked out, and tires already. More on that like way down the road when we get there. But I need to upgrade the suspension, because I'm going to use that down there, which is my transmission and transaxle, which is out of a VW Vanagon. It's 3-speed automatic. You know, I didn't want to go with manual like it has in here, because I wanted something more unique, and I'm getting to where I like just being able to hop in and put it in drive and just go, and not having to worry about clutching and stuff, which I know how to do, but I'm just kind of over that stage in my life. You know, make fun if you want, but I think this will be unique. That's what I'm kind of going for, and it's mine, so I can do what I want with it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take those as cores, though, as up north, because there's a company that puts different gears in them. And I'm thinking of 37 or 327s for this car, because with the tire size and stuff, I think that'll be perfect, and it'll be near stock gear ratios. And then they drill and tap the transmission for a transmission cooler. So that's going to go up under here. And then for engine, I'm going to need to find a donor car. Hopefully a low mile Subaru 2004 and earlier. There's something to do with the later model 2005 and up. Like the computer, it locks out and you have to go through this process of like reflashing the computer to make it work in swaps. So a lot of the VW guys and other guys that swap them into dune buggies, and the cars are saying 2004 and earlier, but it's going to be a 2.5 liter Subaru non-turboed engine. So I got to find a donor car, rip out the engine and the wiring harness, both in the engine compartment and the dash. And then there's a company I can buy the adapters and all the goodies to make the engine and transaxle together. And they have a service that you send them in those wiring harnesses, and then they pull out all the unnecessary stuff. So all you have to do is figure out how to hook power when the key's on to to run the computer, which will run the engine. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with them. Radiator is going to probably go over there. I'm going to cut out where the spare tire used to go over there, and it's going to come up from the bottom, mount in, and then have an electric fan, and it'll suck air, incoming air, in, through, and out. So that's the plan with that. Might get rid of these little fake hood scoop things. They're not even on there right. They're swapped, and then that one's backwards. And then I thought about, I need to get another hood unless I can get these dents out. There's two of them on either side for some reason. And then I thought about cutting out a section here, and then some of the louvers from one of the bad hoods, and then putting it in here for more airflow. But we'll see. Okay, now we're going to look at the interior. Got the back seat. I need to find a front seat. I'm thinking of a split bench, so the backs on either side will flip forward, and you can allow rear passengers to enter the vehicle. I got to clean it up and figure out where my bad spots in my floors are. I think this one's pretty good. Then I can paint, and I can sound deaden. I can fill that compartment with the sound deadener and maybe make a panel for some speakers. Just have like kind of a stockish system, because the only speaker goes right up there under that little cover there, where you can see like the little cutouts and stuff. But I can mount speakers up under there on the vents, because there's some vents you can pop open when you're driving down the road to allow fresh air in the vehicle. And they make these, and I have some. You mount it to the vent, and then you can mount some speakers against the floorboard there. I'm gonna do a different steering column, one that has a column shifter and the key and is tilt. So, and then I can run a different steering wheel, and I want the indicator for a 3-speed up on the column. And then I'm going to do a custom gauge cluster with I don't know, digital or analog or whatever they're called, gauges. And I'm thinking about going with some needle style, you know, just so they look old school. Probably do a custom glove box door. I'm going to go with black and gray interior, so like where the white paint is, it's all going to be painted black. Door panels, seats, and everything are going to be black, maybe with some salt and pepper type tweed or fabric in them. And I think it'll look good. Got to find some odds and ends. My uncle says he has everything for it, like vent windows. I can order mirrors. I need a new back glass because this one's missing. And then let's see, let's go up to the front. The fuel tank is up under here, under the car, between some sheet metal for the trunk and the firewall of the vehicle. And it was only like an 11-gallon tank, and I'm thinking I want to increase that, so I might build a custom tank, increase it to at least 15 gallons. So I got to figure that out, and I want it to, and I'll need to do that anyway for the fuel pump to run the engine, the fuel injected engine. And then I want it to still use as a stock filler neck. And then, you know, lighting, I want to do LEDs front and rear, and then some heated LEDs in the front for the headlights, or maybe like a halogen LED combo. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to that point. I'm going to delete the antenna, which is over there, because I don't like how they look. And then with the black interior, I got 3 body paint colors I'm thinking about, like a pearl or metallic white, or like an ember red, that kind of a color that kind of came on these stock. And then there's another color which is off of the Toyota 86, which was an orange color. I think it was called solar orange or something like that. It was really pretty orange. So I'm thinking that with the black interior and one of those 3 colors, this thing's going to look really nice. And then with the different wheels and tires, and then just make it look all stock for the most part. And then get rid of like some of the trim and the emblems, and then maybe only have like a few emblems that says it's Corvair, and then just have a nice little car to scoot around in. Something that I built, something that I'll enjoy, something that I've wanted to do for a long time that wasn't a Jeep. So here it is, and we'll bring you back and we'll show you the next project that will probably be kind of starting on after the Comanche. Okay, we're back at the red Jeep. Now this Jeep, I did offer to sell it to my nephew. He's in the Navy, needs a vehicle when he comes back to the States. But he's either going to buy this or the my brother's FJ. So we'll see, and I haven't heard anything back about this one, so I'll probably end up keeping it. Going to take the lift and axles from the white Jeep, put it under this. One of the ideas that I had though was to build kind of a cabinet, like closet here, and a platform across the bottom, take out the back seat, and then have storage up there for tools and recovery gear and shovels and all that kind of stuff, extra boots, you know. And then maybe have some drawers here in the back that come out. Maybe have that space over there for a refrigerator. And then, yeah, just little stuff like that, and then have access to the door handles and window cranks, so if I'm sleeping back here I could open them and lock them, and you know, open the windows, crack the windows, whatever, tint the windows, all that good stuff. But I'm tossing that up because this is such a nice Jeep that I don't know if I want to do that to it, and I definitely don't want to do anything like that to the gold Jeep. So we'll see what happens. See what I do. I might plan on doing all that to a different one. Might still sell this one, I don't know. So that's one of the projects I got going on with this. So let me bring you back when I talk about something else we got going on. Alright, here we are in the backyard. I got the guys gonna come out in November, end of November, and they're gonna do my patio cover. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna go from the end all the way around to the other end of the roof and then kind of slant down for water. I don't know how much or what the plans are the guys drew out, so I can get all this covered. Still got some stuff over here in the corner I need to get rid of. That radiator right there was leaking somewhere, I can't remember, so I gotta get a new one. Well, I did get a new one, but it'll be good to have this thing covered so then I can start storing more stuff back here. I'll probably put the drill press back here somewhere, probably right over here somewhere. I'll move my barbecues, probably, you know, over there towards the end. Haven't used the smoker yet. Need to get it all cleaned up and ready to use, but I want to be able to store stuff out here. And then all this stuff will stay. I'll have to figure out where I'm gonna move those to. This axle and that one. And then I'm thinking of either buying or building something better than this little wood shed thing. Thought about putting like a 7x7 like plastic storage shed out here, so that would bring it out to, you know, out here somewhere, and then be about that wide. And then I could put like gravel down, you know, fill in these holes, put gravel down, level it out, put the shed on there, put some shelving inside, start storing more stuff out here, organize all this crap, get rid of some of it. And then there's the white Jeep ready to be stripped and pulled around front. Yeah, I just need more space. Thought about having them come out and pour a slab. I could put the like garage on, so I don't have to deal with filling in all these holes so all of the time. And but that would make it like bring it out pretty far, like almost to the end. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, see what I do. Kind of like something solid to mount that dog kennel thing there. So we'll see what I do. That would cost a couple $1,000, but it'll be nice when they come out here and build this cover, and I'll be able to store stuff and work back here. I need to turn that into a workbench. It's an old desk. I think I've talked about it before. I'd like to build a shed garage thing right there, and I could forget about really doing anything back here. Just clean all this up, but we'll see what happens. So I guess really that's it. I want to get I'd like to have a shed right there, because so I can store a lot of this stuff in there, and I could put my toolboxes over there where that other one is, and then put that sandblaster like right in here somewhere, and then I can you know, sandblast and do stuff. But I got to pay off the loan for the awning back there, the patio cover, and then we can get thinking about doing something like that. Find out all the rules and regulations on building something back there, but for now I'll just have to keep plugging away at cleaning and organizing what I got in here, and yeah, start working on some of these projects. But yeah, we'll finish the Comanche up when the parts come in, and then we'll figure out when we can bring the white Jeep and the red Jeep together right here, and start swapping, and then start stripping the white Jeep. I think I'll put the white Jeep over here and the red Jeep over here, so then the white Jeep can just stay there as I'm stripping everything out. But like I think I already said, the winter this year is supposed to be just really cold. I don't think we're going to get too much snow according to the news and Farmer's Almanac or whatever else, from what I've heard. So yeah, it'll just be cold, and I might have to put that stuff off till spring, which I guess I'm okay with, because I can still drive the red Jeep and enjoy it. So that's it for these videos. So until next time, y'all take care now.